he is working basically into aluminum die casting industry since so many years. He is working for such a period where we can say he has done lot many achievements and pioneering work and the work which is globally, nationally acclaimed, and that's why we want to reveal and find out the career aspects, how he done his career into aluminum die casting industry, then whole part of aluminum, right from design up to manufacturing, and he has developed so many people, experts into this industry. So very nice to meet you, sir. Very good morning.
Very good morning. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Yes,
so much for this opportunity.
sir, my viewers, your viewers are there to
Yes.
find the information. What is this aluminum die casting industry? And before that, I want to ask you where from you started your journey.
I started my career in 1990 after I completed my diploma in mechanical engineering
Okay.
from POSAP Institute in Delhi.
Okay.
And I did my specialization course in tool design from Tool Room and Training Center, Delhi. It is a post diploma in tool design. That is where I started my core interest into the designing aspects of the engineering there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you completed mechanical course, but were you knowing that you are going to the into this field before that?
No. When I started my career, it was not so much sure, I was not much aware which field we will be going. But of course, one direction was clear that design will be the basic core direction which I will be looking and doing my career towards. After my post diploma, I did my mechanical engineering graduation from Institution of Engineers, Calcutta, which were focused on foundry as well as on the manufacturing side of the mechanical engineering industry.
Yes.
So that is where the major interest started to develop on the design as well as manufacturing and the foundry side.
Okay. Foundry means casting.
Foundry means casting, yeah.
Okay.
All aspects of the casting.
And you are into which specialization of casting?
As on date, we are mainly focused and specialized in aluminium die casting.
Aluminum die casting.
Yeah. Whether it is gravity die casting, low pressure as well as high pressure die casting.
So as a student, when you were there, you were thinking of design courses and design career.
Yes.
So same way nowadays, this generation,
Yes.
those students are doing into mechanical engineering. They are interested into design aspects of mechanical engineering.
Yes.
Because the days changed and not many things happened in last 5 to 10 years.
Correct.
And people are more oriented towards IT related careers, design related careers.
Correct. So if you look at the trend today, the people are more and more, the new students are more and more inclined to learn the CAD/CAM softwares.
Okay, okay.
So, as per my learning and experience and understanding, using the CAD/CAM software is like a pen and pencil. You can have multicolor pens. You can have red, blue, green pen. Then you can have different softwares. But what to do with these softwares? That is the design part of it. That is where my key interest and the focus area is to understand the design part of it.
Design part.
Yeah, the software, of course, it's required. You cannot write something without having a pen or pencil in your hand. You need to write, but you need to understand and learn what you want to write. That is what is design all about.
Okay.
So people think the students get misled or the go in the direction only of learning CAD/CAM softwares. So they don't get into the designing aspects, the designing perspective of application of the CAD/CAM softwares into the designing.
So when you were there in college, so were there these kinds of softwares or the softwares were
during
different?
our time there were no softwares. We were working on the drawing boards.
Okay, drafting
boards.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So the first software I came interaction was in 1994, where we started using the AutoCAD, the 2D software, 2D CAD software. So I get my expertise hands-on the AutoCAD in 1994.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it necessary that design engineer must know, they must have knowledge of manufacturing?
Of course, the design cycle is incomplete without having the knowledge how the part will be manufactured, either by what process or what are the process requirements. So without that knowledge, if you just make the design and give it to the next step of the process for manufacturing, it may or may not be able to manufacture as it is.
Okay.
So it has to be modified or optimized or updated as per the process requirement. That is where the understanding and knowledge of the process, the manufacturing process, is very, very important. And when we talk about aluminum die casting, the designing and manufacturing process for aluminum die casting comes together.
So you learned softwares during your college subjects, or you done separate courses for that?
No, I learned most of the CAD softwares during my career only.
Okay.
I have not done any separate course or specialization in the CAD software as such.
Okay.
So most of the learning happened during the on the job.
That is
On the job.
Which was your first job?
I started my career with Maharaja White Line. That is a appliances manufacturing company based in Delhi. So they are making the White Line range of home appliances like mixer, juicer, washing machines. Earlier they were making refrigerators also at that time. So there I started my career as a design engineer, where we worked on the development and design of the various home appliances. The product design.
Are there some mentors or your career gurus in by that time?
Yeah, I had one Mr. Balkrishna. He was one of my very key guiding force, that where he developed me to understand the basic design concepts on the product design side. And he helped me a lot to grow in that direction.
So whether books help us or actually these people help us?
In my learning career, both have equal role and importance. Books gives you some guideline, and the mentors and the guide in the industry, they help you to apply those learnings. And then if you're going through the books also, that will give you systematic and step-by-step approach or the proper guideline or the proper roadmap for your learning. If you directly jump in the industry, then you may find different type of people guiding in a different ways. But that availability of the theoretical knowledge helps you to streamline your learning.
Do you think that this die casting industry is having more scope for mechanical engineers?
Die casting industry has a very, very wide scope for the mechanical engineers. That because of this IT thought process today, a lot of the young generation is moving towards IT. And I had a similar situation in 1999 when I had an opportunity to go to IT. From mechanical side to go to IT, but at that time I decided and to stay back in the core mechanical industry, not go to IT side.
So initial few years you worked in manufacturing, or you started from
design.
Design only.
Yes.
Design only.
Yes.
So then you changed your job immediately or after few
years?
years?
I started with the product design where we worked on the home appliances. Then I moved to the tool design. I was working in Godrej Tooling Division, Bombay, where we were working on the die design for the aluminum, for injection mold, plastics, hot chamber, all those areas, vacuum forming, all this die designing. Die designing is the next step from the product design. So you are making the product design, then how it will go for the manufacturing, how it will be manufactured. So you need a tool, you need a die or a mold to make that part. If it is a plastic, we call it injection mold. If it is a aluminum, we call it die casting. If it is some other material, rubber or something, then it will be accordingly molding process.
Yes. And accuracy is required in that.
Of course, in all the process of the manufacturing, accuracy is required. If accuracy is not there, the product which is coming out of the mold or the die will not be accurate.
So were there some thumb rule processes initially, that is no particular computer software used, and they were having only experience and they were designing dies? Was that situation?
Yes. If I look back at my career at Godrej at that time, there were no simulation softwares available. So we were doing all that working based on experience only. All the design activity was based on experience. Practical experience as well as from the guidance from the seniors. And first time in 1998, we came across the software Mold Flow.
Okay.
There was a Mold Flow software which actually work and predict on the injection molding process.
Okay, okay.
How the
material-
injection molding will be working process. So that got introduced to us in 1998 when I was in Godrej.
Okay.
For aluminum die casting, still there was nothing in our knowledge at that time.
Correct, correct. Now, which softwares are there in aluminum die casting?
In aluminum die casting, there are many simulation software which actually help to design and simulate the complete die casting process. Like MagmaSoft is one of the best software worldwide known and recognized and very widely used in the industry in all over world. And we are using that software in our company, in our in-house.
Okay,
We are using that software. We have the license for that.
Now
MagmaSoft.
you started as a job.
Yes.
And then you converted into your entrepreneurship career.
Yes, yes.
So how many jobs you done, and then when you started your business?
Yes, yes. Just to continue from my journey from Godrej in 1999, I moved to Bangkok, Thailand, and I joined a company named Weimann and Schneider.
Okay.
So they were into manufacturing and designing of the packaging machines. So I worked on couple of projects for the designing of the packaging machine. And one of the key project which I worked on was toothpaste tube making machine.
Okay.
And it was a very special, innovative, patented process and the project where we worked on making 340 toothpaste tubes per minute.
Okay.
So we were producing the empty tubes. Then they will go to the toothpaste filling and then go to the market.
Correct.
So we were making those tubes.
Great. People use
toothpaste tube every day in and out.
You were the designer.
Yes, design of the toothpaste tube making machine.
Okay, great.
And the specialization or the key point of that machine was we were able to produce 340 tubes per minute. That was the speed of that machine.
Okay. Okay. And initially it was less, and then you increased.
No. There were other machines available like 180 tubes per minute or so, different designs. So we worked on that project with the whole team in Bangkok, in Thailand, and we developed this machine and installed that machine in China, which is still running.
How many countries you visited in your career?
Oh, if I name the countries, there are a lot of countries. Southeast Asia, a lot of countries we visited. China, as well as US, Mexico, Europe also, Belgium, Germany, France, Italy.
So
a lot of countries
you made your passion, that is design, as a passion after mechanical engineering. See, my friends, a person if he is dedicated for one particular industry, then the person gets all the benefits of the industry, but the prerequisite is you must give something to industry. And sir was giving, and sir is still working. Again, the spectrum of his work is now changed. You worked in these companies. Then what was the next journey?
So in 2004, I came back from Bangkok to India, and I joined a company in Gurgaon, that is Sunbeam Auto Limited.
Okay.
And there I had a mentor, Mr. P.N. Sadhu.
Okay.
He is the Vishnu Pitamaha of the die casting industry, actually.
Great.
And very widely known in Indian industry as well as the worldwide. Is a very renowned person. So I worked under him, along with him in the die casting industry. And in 2007 I came to Pune and joined Endurance Technologies, Pune, as a R&D head.
Very big name in the industry.
Is a very known of the one of the larger foundries in India. Sunbeam also is one of the largest, and Endurance also one of them, largest foundry. And I joined there as a head R&D for the aluminum die casting industry. So we developed our centralized engineering center. We call it CPDC.
Okay.
We developed the centralized engineering center in Endurance in 2007, based in Pune, in Chakan. And there we developed a lot of technologies, lot of systems, lot of learnings we had, lot of system we did set up. And one of the key focus area, where I had spent most of my time at Endurance was to find out what is the gap between the designing and actually what is happening on the shop floor.
Okay, because that is important. Otherwise,
because design we are doing sitting on a table, chair, on a computer, on a CAD software in today's time.
Correct.
And what is actually happening on the shop floor,
Yes. They may get some problems.
They may
also.
get some problem, or the design intention, with what intent you made the design, is it really being followed over there? Is it really being applied on the shop floor? For example, we design the die with some parameters, with some condition, and when it goes to the shop floor, it is running with a different set of parameters. So we did a lot of work, lot of R&D, lot of joint working together with the shop floor, lot of instrumentation we did to measure what is actually happening inside the die.
Okay.
So we did the measurements, what is happening in a closed die in for aluminum die casting. So with that we had a lot of learnings, and it helps us in a big way to understand why there are gaps. Why there are gaps between the design and what is actually happening on the shop floor.
Okay.
So that is happening with one of the Japanese consultant. We had one another mentor in endurance. He was traveling from Japan. Every quarter he used to travel.
Okay.
Ibisawa-san. So he's also one of my great teacher
at global level.
At global level, and there are two key learnings. In a nutshell. First is you have to unlearn to learn something. So because of that unlearning made us, not me only, endurance as a company, as a Rajesh Aggarwal, as a person, as a team, the whole team. There was so much of unlearning and relearning different things, which actually changed the whole perception, the whole thought process of the aluminum die casting process in our working, in our system, in our culture.
Great.
And the second part is go back to the basics.
Go back to the basics.
He always had one simple line: go back to the basics. Go back to the basic means go back to the engineering books, what you have learned, what you have studied during your college days.
Correct.
What are the basic principles? Just apply those principles properly. What I mean by properly? With your experience, with your wisdom, with your intelligence. Apply those principles in your day-to-day working in aluminum die casting. That is where the whole thing will change.
So this is a very important point that like road hypnosis, we also have professional hypnosis, and due to that we run at applied levels, and sometimes because of that our thought process has some different viruses in our thinking. Your teacher, your mentor told that go to the basics, because again it will start from the fundamentals, the clean part of your knowledge, and again based on that you start thinking. So this is a fantastic part, because many people, they do their career, and on their career upfronts they feel that okay, they are the masters, and this feeling of something greatness creates some problems. So you told two important things: go to the basics, and second is unlearn.
Unlearn is a major part of it. It is as simple as you already have a glass full of water. You cannot pour more glass into water into that. You have to empty the glass, then only you can have something more.
Rajesh ji is one of the persons who is in the frontline workers who developed, who started something new, something advanced in Indian aluminum die casting industry, and he's pioneering that, and he's again very humbly telling that many of his mentors and by that time experienced people, they helped him, and he is also doing the advancements into aluminum die casting industry, especially in design also, and we are listening his experiences into this die casting industry. So please, we are very interested to listen from
I just would like to mention one more mentor, Mr. Subramaniam. He was my boss in Endurance Technologies. He is also one of the great guide. He always guided me from the management perspective to be patient, have patience, continue with your mission, never stop, never get back, never let down.
Great.
He never let me or allowed me, to go to my comfort zone or slow down or skip or hide the things. Very transparent, very open. So those management principles even I today follow in my own company. So after endurance, I came out of endurance in 2017 and started my own venture, Texas Engineering Services. And whatever I had learned during my those 28 years of career when I left endurance, so that all those things we put together in the four key verticals. And these four key verticals, when we started Texas in 2017, to the key objective was to provide services to the Indian die casting industry.
Great.
Whatever knowledge, experience, learnings we had, the key thought was we wanted to share those learnings, share those experiences with the industry. Because the industry is so wide, there are more than 5,000 foundries in India.
Okay.
Those foundries are not having access to this knowledge or to these technologies. So to make that knowledge accessible to them, so we started this Texas Engineering Services and started providing training. Is one of the key vertical where we are providing a lot of training to the industry people as well as to the new students. The second vertical is providing the simulation services where we correlate our practical learning experience with the software and we get very fantastic and very good results. We are providing this service on pan-India basis. The third is the die design services and the fourth is the helping foundries to reduce their rejections, to improve their productivity and increase their profitability.
Great.
So all these four key areas we are working since 2017 and today we have more than 100 customers, more than 100 customers on all India basis to whom we are providing all these services.
For example, a few customers, can you mention?
There are many foundries like ASK Somato, Cooper Corporation. Okay. There are a lot many more. I mean, there is a laundry list of.
And when you travel or when you see in your daily life, when you move a place, another place, you see some items in front of you. Do you feel that okay, some of them you have designed?
Not some of them, many of them actually. When I go to various foundries, so a lot of things we came across and we see, oh, this was done by me for that customer or for some other customer.
That is a great.
So feeling. It's a very different feeling altogether.
Satisfaction feeling that you designed that die, then that die was used in manufacturing company, then products were made from that die,
yes.
And their products are now used in daily routine by many like automobiles or
yes.
At many places.
Automotive as well as non-automotive industry.
Great. So many times people think that there is what is the scope of mechanical engineering career,
yes.
And if it is amalgamation of mechanical design and software,
yes.
And you rightly said that this is the one step of product development.
Yes. Key step of the product.
Key step.
Yeah.
How many people you during the time, like you told many gurus of you,
yes.
But how many experts you created from your work?
I think. If I look at my career back for aluminum die casting, which I dedicatedly focused from 2004 onwards, almost 20 years now only in die casting, and there will be more than 100 engineers who got developed and trained along with me. I will not say under me, along with me.
This is your politeness.
Yes, it's not under me, along with me, and I helped them to grow.
Okay.
And if I look back, many of engineers are working in so many different companies like TCS, Wipro, MNCs abroad, in China, in Germany. Lot of students or lot of engineers who worked along with me in my different companies, especially Sunbeam as well as Endurance, they have gone places.
Yes. So this is tradition that you get knowledge from your seniors. You
yes.
imply that into your career, and many juniors they understand from you, and they take this knowledge.
Yes.
And it is a real-time knowledge.
It's a real-time knowledge.
Actual industry work.
Actual industry work. And even today we keep on going to the foundry, working with the foundry. So we keep our activities active. We don't just one time learning and then we keep on using it. No, we keep it active. Go to the shop floor. Fix the problem, get the results, move on.
Okay.
And then apply those learnings further to the next project, and then again share with the fellow students or the colleagues.
So a journey from design engineer to a businessman.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how many people they work under you into TechSense?
Right now, we have a team of 11 engineers working with us for providing all these services which I had mentioned, and they are all dedicated engineers, ranging from from working from with me from the beginning since 2017, as fresh as 1 year old as a trainee. So we also take a lot of students from the training from the specialized tooling institutes like IGTR, NTTF, GTTC or CITD.
Okay.
So we take students from these institutes also and train them further in the aluminum die casting, design, simulation, all those areas at our end. About 1 year back, in June 2022, we started a specialized course for the young mechanical engineering students to learn this die casting process and come and join the die casting industry. So we had our first batch of this 6-month course started in June 22, and today we are running the third batch of the same course. The third batch started last month in July 23, where we are training the young engineers to come and join the aluminum die casting industry, learn the basics of the die design, which are directly being used and applied in the industry.
Correct.
So the focus is what is required in the industry is being trained. When you are working on a project in a die casting industry or a foundry or a tool room, what is required to be done? That is what they are learning over here.
So, see, the intention of Mr. Rajesh Aggarwal ji is to make the new generation ready for this industry.
Exactly.
And they learn on live jobs, but when they are there for a separate learning, then they get more concentrated experiences of learning.
Yes.
And they will be ready in a shorter period of time.
Yes.
Because otherwise experiences, they take some more time.
Yeah, what we call this course is basically employment enhancement course. So like the fresh engineers coming out of the college, they are not aware which career line to take up, where they should go and where they should work. So they have no idea, what should I do, where should I go, which career job should I take. So many of times what we have seen, whatever come on their way, they grab and they start the job.
Yes.
Whether they are interested or not interested, whether they like it or they don't like it, they go and start the job.
This is only per salary.
Because they need. That is the need of the hour. We cannot say they are wrong, but that is required for them as well. In that direction, what we are trying to do at TechSense, we are trying to guide them through the career. The mechanical engineering, the students who are really willing or interested to join the core industry, the mechanical core industry, where they work on the engineering, not on the IT. IT is part of the engineering industry. That is what is my strong belief and working. That is what we work on. So we guide them to join the die casting industry. Die design is the basic first step of the die casting industry.
Yes.
So as we talked about the product design is coming from the OEMs. Like we are working for Bajaj, we are working for Tata Motors. For both of them, we are helping in different projects, working with them on the product design as well as on the tool design. So the product design come from the OEM. We work, optimize the product design as per the process requirement for aluminum die casting. What needs to be done? How to make the part easy to produce, better quality, so that the risk of rejections or the scrap is minimum. So the product design becomes more robust. That is the first step what we work on. Then we work on the die design, where we work to develop a robust die design which will give a sufficient die life, because one die when made has to run for more than 1 lakh cycles. 100,000, more than 1 lakh cycles it has to run. Means one die will produce more than 100,000 castings.
So
more
that,
than 1 lakh castings.
if
It has to run so many cycles.
So many cycles. So that die should be perfect.
Die has to be perfect. If the die is not good, it may collapse or it may fail maybe within 10, 50,000.
Correct.
May not be able to sustain its life.
So you are working
very,
on
very
resources, utilization of resources in proper way.
Yes.
I will say that this is nation building.
Of course, one way you can say that, yes.
Because it is part of, how much share of economy is taken by this industry?
I may not be able to give the exact number, but it's substantially used. The aluminium is very widely used in automotive, non-automotive, and the whole industry size also is very big. Okay. At the same time, the consumption of aluminium is also increasing in a big way.
Okay.
So with the introduction of the electrical vehicles, the consumption of aluminium is increasing, it is not reducing.
Okay, it is increasing.
Yeah. So in the die casting industry, when the EV electrical vehicle word start coming in 5 years back or so, there were a lot of apprehensions. You know, what will happen to aluminum die casting industry, whether it will go up or it will go down. Because as we understand, in today's time, all the automobiles are on IC engines, and aluminum is one of the major aluminum alloy used in the IC engine. Lot of engine parts and covers and casings are made from aluminum. So once the IC engine goes, electrical vehicles come, all those parts will go away.
Okay.
But now, as the electrical vehicle already started running in the market, two-wheeler as well as four-wheeler, the industry analysis is very, very clearly available and visible. The consumption of aluminium has increased.
So the jobs
not reduced.
Jobs increased.
Jobs also increased. The type of parts which were used in the IC engines were gone, and the new type of parts used in electrical vehicle has come in.
They came.
Right? Since the IC engine is not there, the vehicle has become lighter, and then more and more aluminium parts are being used.
Yes. So aluminum being a light metal.
Light metal. That is the reason that as consumption and application
and availability of aluminum in India
is a lot.
It is a lot.
See any...
So see how parents think that my kid's career should be having more scope. I think this is the industry where there is more scope in career, and you are working into design. You are working, sitting into cabins, AC chambers, and working on software and doing the design work, product development work. This is the outcome of your discussion.
Yes.
So, are you enjoying this career?
Yes. The die casting is my passion. And as we talked about the two basic key lines from one of my mentors, the learning, unlearning, and then relearning.
Yes.
Right? So, I can very confidently and strongly say, even today, my unlearning has not yet completely stopped.
Correct.
Even today, I am still learning, unlearning, and then relearning. So that step is still continuing.
You feel like you are teaching. I mean, teaching means you are training the people. You are actually working on people, and still you feel that in spite of teacher, you are an engineer, you are a designer, you are a manager, you are an entrepreneur. Still, you are a student.
Yes, I am still a student. I am still learning.
Great.
It is very, very important because one of my during my career journey, one of my boss or senior has guided that learning is a continuous process, is a never ending, never stop. Okay. The day you stop learning, you are finished.
Yes.
So learning has to continue.
Great. So this industry using aluminum is abundant in India. Then as you said that all the requirements, they are converted into aluminum because it is lightweight, the properties of aluminum and design of the dies and learning the softwares and using those softwares. This is again a good highway track for career.
Yes, it's a very niche area. It's a very niche and specialization area.
Yes. And you are working since how many years?
For aluminum die casting, actually I started working when I was in Godrej since 1995.
Okay.
And in between then I went for the machine design as I mentioned. And then 2004 onwards, I dedicated my career only for aluminum die casting.
21 years.
Yeah.
It is said that in a career, if you want to become expert, 10,000 hours you have to spend on that or invest on that. I think you
Maybe more than that.
You might have given 1 lakh hours.
I have not calculated the number of hours, but yes.
Yeah. And this is a global career also.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the enjoying part of talking with Rajesh Aggarwal ji, because he's very humble person, knowledgeable person. Still, he's saying that unlearning is part of his career, and developed so many engineers who are working in different industries at globe. They are successful engineers. He is supplying his design services to big giant companies across world, and the dyes that they are designed, they are manufactured from his design. They are manufacturing so many parts and components.
Yes.
So I think this is a great career. Aluminium die casting industry is a great career.
Yes.
Yes. Sir, again my last question, very important question is, we talk about nation building.
Yes.
And Vyakti Nirman. So a person's career, that is a personality, and towards the career of nation. So
Yes.
what do you think about this?
See, it is very, very important that young engineers must be guided properly. So there are so many career opportunities, options, areas of working are available. So finding something of your interest is very, very critical. And with the proper guidance, with the proper awareness among the young engineers, we can really make it up and help the die casting industry as well as the OEMs as well as the nation to come up.
Yes. So that person's career will be perfect.
Yes, of
The
course.
family will get the benefits.
It is a very stable career opportunity.
Yes.
If you look from the IT perspective, I don't want to discourage IT side, but the stability in the job, of course, it maybe looks like very high earning area for the IT side, but at the same time the stability is very, very weak.
Correct.
But at the same time, if you look at the design career in aluminum die casting, it is as good as IT paying after a few years, maybe initially not, but after a few years of working, you get as good as.
So it is a combination of both core career plus
Yes.
IT career.
Yes.
And design career plus product development career.
Both.
Okay. So, and also job as also business also.
Business also. You can even start your own business. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities on that side as well.
Yes. My dear friends, since last 25 years, I am also there into career guidance and talking about many careers. But I found that informing about the niche careers, it is better that the expert should talk. And there are very few experts in this industry, and out of them, Rajesh Aggarwal ji is from India, Indian market, who is leading, or maybe is one of the great performer in this industry. So I feel it was nice to listen from Rajesh ji, and it will be really helping hand guide to the new generation, the students who are doing engineering, the students who are interested into engineering, also the people, employees or the design engineers or mechanical engineers working into industry.
Yes.
They will also find this insight that
Yes.
okay, this is the one available career.
Yes.
So lot many best wishes to TechSense,
Thank you so much.
to Rajesh Aggarwal ji, and to all my viewers, that this is a great career.
Thank you so much. Thank you.